Welcome to Panfish Nation. My name is Mark, and the screen next to me is Lyle Stokes. Well, even though you're not going to see him today, you'll have to trust me. Wink, wink. That's really him, and not dockery fishing.
Oh, bad.
Josh, the Weekend Angler says, "Lyle fishing?" ? This AI crap is getting completely out of hand.
Oh God.
What kind of weather you got your way, Lyle? Let's get the old man stuff out of the way like we do every week. What kind of weather you got out there today?
I had a thunderstorm directly behind the camera.
We had some bad storms this afternoon, and we got tornado warnings until 8 p.m. I think last time I checked, unless they changed it. I got 80 degrees winds out of the west at 12 miles an hour, so it might have calmed down by now, but it was pretty hairy earlier. And then when you mentioned you had some storms, I was a little worried about you being out there.
Well, they keep changing the forecast on when it's gonna. It was supposed to start raining at 6, and now they're saying after 7. Holy crap! That just hit the water and got hit.
But well, let's see the fish.
Well, I wasn't ready for it.
Oh, okay. Hopefully you'll do better than I did last night. I was out there last night for what? I was on a hog leg show for 2 hours. Nothing. I got rained on. That kind of summed it up. And then I went live on my channel from 10 till 1 in the morning. So that's 5 hours total. I didn't even get a bite outside of a little baby channel cat that couldn't get a big head chunk in its mouth enough with a 10-aught hook. It didn't work out really well for me. But it was, it was a spawn ass beaten. I don't know how else to say. That's what I took last night.
Yep, that's what you got.
But we had fun in the stream.
It was a fun stream. I enjoyed being in there with everybody.
It was a good time. It was good. The weather wasn't too bad. Bugs were really bad, but it was quite the craptastic. Well, all right, really. Let's take up a little time here while you're catching fish. All right.
Well, I'm not catching yet. I'm straightening up messes.
Oh, okay. I got everything loaded in the boat. I took off. I got to the boat ramp. I went to back the boat into the onto the ramp, and it's kind of a tight bend to get the boat in there. I usually don't have a problem, but he had some boats parked really close to it, so I thought I jackknifed the trailer and my steps going in, like hit my bumper, but it wasn't. It's just my springs on my trailer creaking real loud. Thank goodness. I thought I crunched my darn bumper. So I backed the trailer up to the ramp. They're closed on Tuesdays, so I can get ready on the ramp. He doesn't have a problem with that. I haven't run into anybody yet, so I'm getting the boat all ready to go. And he comes out. We're talking, shake hand with him. JT over at Port Barrington Marina. He was on his way to go play pool. He's an accomplished and tournament pool player. Lyle, you guys would get along great. I backed the boat in. I look in my rearview mirror, and there is water shooting out the side of the boat from the bilge pump. Oh my goodness. And that's the first time I took a little water on. It was still hooked up to the trailer, so I pulled it directly out. Obviously let it drain, put the plug back in, and I will try all this again. So that was my start to the day last night. Got the boat out there. It wasn't supposed to rain. I got rained on. It was a little rough. I got skunked. I stabbed myself in the hand with a big old 10-aught circle hook. There's a couple other things too, but skunk is what hurt the most. So
there will be days like that, just so you know.
I know. I like to think I can force things to happen, but that doesn't work too well. So
not always.
Yeah. And all the rain we had
here,
Mark. All right, let me give you a solo screen here. I think that'll work.
Right before we went live, I put a 9.5-inch radier in the basket. The qualifications for the Missouri Master Angler Award is 10 inches, so I just missed it. And I caught a little over 9-inch bluegill this morning. It was a stud, but again, just shy of Master Angler stuff.
Well, I didn't see a picture of it, so it didn't happen.
Well, I have a picture of it.
Okay, good. Well, you better send it at least to me and Dockery.
I ain't sending nothing to Docs.
Hey, Lyle, I need to say something here real quick. There's people in the Catfish family that need our prayers. I know Tim Molina needs them, definitely. Last night, somebody mentioned that Chad and his family needed them, so give them to him. If anybody else needs any prayers with surgery coming up, I think Rustic, had surgery yesterday, so say a prayer for him. If I missed anybody, forgive me. I'll just say a blanket one when I go to do it, and we'll take care of it. And I ask you guys to do the same thing. It does wonders. Whether you believe or not, you'd be surprised.
Well, believing is 100% of everything.
I hear you. Like, I believe you can fish, Lyle.
Well, I got a fish in the basket I can show you.
All right. Hey, what do you say? I say hello to the.
Yeah, I don't know what these fish are going to do with this storm moving in, because it's coming on behind me. I'm not sure, and I don't care as long as there ain't no lightning. I don't care.
Oh, there's my buddy Mark Barnum. He was having some really bad storms coming his way last night. Glad to see him in chat. Hopefully everything is still in one piece, Mark. Let me say hello to everybody else in chat. We got 351 Cleveland in the house. How you doing, sir? Long time no see. Glad to see you. There's 922 Crappie Barbecue. What's up? I love that name, man. I love to grill me some crappie. I don't know about barbecuing them, but grilling them, yes. There's my buddy Bugman22. Catch fish with us. What's up, man? Cindy Stokes, how you doing, dear? Cold Creek catfishing. Hey, Billy, what's going on, bud? There's Rhonda fishing for Whiskers. How you doing, Rhonda? Hello again, Mark Barnum. Glad to see you. Obviously, there's our buddy straight from Costa Rica, Parker Pursuits. Jerry, FBI called. They said they're looking for it. They're saying there's something about contraband you bringing home. I don't know what that's about. Small water charters. John, how you doing? There's our buddy Josh over at the Weekend Angler. What's up, Josh? There's Aaron. How you doing? Up in the Aaron Outdoors is his channel name. And there's Matt, who's a channel member from Wanna Be Outdoors. Matt, Lyle, Matt nominated you, I believe, for what's the award? Fishing icon, fishing legend for the Golden Whiskers Awards. He also nominated our show that we did, our cooking show, for Catch and Cook. So we appreciate that very much. It's great always to get people doing stuff like that. Not that winning an award means anything to me or to Lyle, but it's nice to be recognized for being here for you guys.
It's very nice for people to think enough of you that actually will nominate you. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it.
Hey, and there's Verlina Smith. She says, for Hall of Fame, right on. She's running a show over there too.
And doing a bang-up job, I might add.
And Danny Stone Outdoors decided to show up. Danny, you're 10 minutes late, bud. We're going to have to dock you a day's pay for napping on the job. He says he's listening and doing work around the house.
Well, we need to call his wife and find out if that's actually true, if he actually is working.
Yeah, I think she might have something else to say about that.
I got to get over there. Danny lives in a place that I dearly like to fish. And I need to get over there, and him and I go out sometime. And if Stacy wants to go, she'd be more than welcome. But I know him and I've talked about, we fished some of the same spots that I've fished over there. And I was going to mention, Mark, this morning, all the fish that I caught was on Booger Belly Baits. He makes some great plastic stuff, really, really high quality, and that's what that big bluegill come on while I was trying to catch crappie. I was catching crappie too. The bluegill really wasn't biting, so I started fishing for crappie, and boom, 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 they started hitting 12-inch one, which for that little place was really good. And tonight, this 9.5-inch red ear come off of a little Miss Bacon bit. Micro bug. I'm not sure what it's supposed to look like, and I don't care as long as the fish bite it. It don't matter to me.
It only really matters if the fish like it. That's it.
That's exactly right. And I caught a bunch of stuff on hand ties this morning, but like I say, in the last little bit, since this storm has gotten really close, things have slacked up quite a lot. So I don't know what to expect. Sometimes storms will make the fish hot, and sometimes they won't. But I do know that here where I'm at Honeywell, they have Lund Boats. Let me see if you can see them. Can you see them over on the bank, Mark?
Barely. I see something that's kind of resembles
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and there's at least that many more, or two more out because two boats just left, and you can get in those and either bring you a trolling motor and a battery and get in them and take off in them. Cost you $0, or you can oar them. They have oars on them. Don't cost you anything. And this is one of the few places that I know of that you can camp for free, and it's a Missouri Conservation Lake.
That's fantastic. You know, we got a place over here called Three Oaks. You got to pay $5 to park there, and I think boat rentals are like $60 for the day. So there's a big difference between Missouri and Illinois. Ain't that the truth?
Well, there really is. But you know, one of the things, there's a couple of other places like I don't remember the name of it now, but where they have free camping, and that's almost an unheard of thing anymore.
Yeah, I don't remember. It's been a while since we've come across any free camping places. Nowadays, you'll see a lot of videos on YouTube where people are doing I don't want to call it illegal camping, but they call it stealth camping. Or on BLM land, you can camp there still, I believe. I don't even know if it's for free. I think you need a permit even on BLM land. Danny would probably know better than me. I know up in Alaska, they got a lot of pull-offs that they let people camp on and stuff in their RVs. So,
right.
But I don't see that too much.
Alaska is a bucket list place for me, and I actually have a friend of mine that lives there. I can go up anytime I want, but holy crap, that'd be a month-long deal.
Hey, we got our buddy Mr. Ham in the chat. It says, is Lyle catfishing or pan fishing?
Pan fishing.
I think that's might be our buddy in disguise. He's trying to trip us up again.
Yeah.
I need to make sure we say hello to Jeff Bale. He came in here. What's going on, Jeff? How you doing? Let's see what somebody else came in here. You'll have to forgive me if I missed you. If I see you. Oh, J&S Outdoors. What's going on, J&S? Thanks for coming in. We appreciate you. And Danny Stone says BLM is free, but they are closing a lot of the camping because people can't pick up their trash. Why am I not surprised?
You can't blame them for that. And I know myself and you and a lot of other people pick up trash behind other guys that leave their stuff laying all over, but we shouldn't have to do that.
I agree. Always leave it looking better than leave it looking better than when you got there, but you shouldn't have to do that. But it's always good 100%. To do so. Was it Avid who did the trash tournament for a while there? And I believe he had a predecessor prior to him. Man, we're getting old. We've been doing this for a long time. Who did it before Avid? Sarah?
I don't remember her last name. She hasn't been doing anything since she had some issues that happened to her and her family, and she quit doing it. And Avid and I was talking one night, and I said, man, somebody needs to pick that up. That's a great missed one. Great thing. And he decided he was going to do it and did it for a while, but he didn't have the participation for whatever reason that she had. Sarah had it going on. She really did.
Josh says Sarah Ferrer. Yakking with Sarah was the channel name.
Yakking with Sarah. That is correct. He is right about it.
I need to say hello to Nubby's Catfishing. What's up, Nubby? How you doing, bud?
Gosh, I need to talk. I need to get with you, and I've got a project. Might be something we can do for a video.
Lyle's got work for you, Josh.
Joe Buck 60 else to do.
Yeah, no kidding. Joe Buck 66 channel supporter in the house. What's going? Joe Buck, how you doing? He says he's here, but he's eating supper and he's listening. So cool. So what happened, Lyle? Where's the fish?
This the closer the storm gets, the more silent it is. I have 2 forks out with worms on them, and I haven't seen nothing hit them since we went live.
Lyle, you're live streaming. I know you've been on a few live streams fishing, but I can tell you one thing, and I bet you the people in chat will agree with me. As soon as you turn that camera on, fish, they're camera shy, 100%.
They are. They don't want to be famous.
No, not at all. I can't say I blame them. I kind of don't want to be famous.
That thing's been out there since we went live, and the worm is still on it. And that's the reason I throw these out there. There's a tree and a brush pile right out there, and that's where you usually get your bigger fish. But so far tonight, it's not panned out there. But we're going to keep at it.
Lyle, I'm going to share a screen here. I'm going to show what proof I got about. Hold on, they changed the icons here. Share screen. The proof that they have the camera, their fish are camera shy. And I'll show you what I was looking for. Bullhead here for like 2 live streams, had all sorts of issues. And take a look at this monster, everybody, that I caught as soon as I went out without a camera on. Look how big this thing is. That thing had to be 3 pounds. I'll show you compared to my hand. I got two XL gloves that my hands are fit kind of snug in there. That thing is a beast. And that thing I caught within 5 minutes of fishing for him. I got about 3 of them. That was the biggest of the 3 that size, but they're all pretty big. That's even too big for me to use for bait. First off, I don't want to have to double hook rig them. And second off, I'd be waiting half the summer in order to get a bite on that here on the river. So, but yeah, that was a big one right there. And if you guys want to know, like I said, my hands are 2 XLs and gloves, and that bait, that's that Whisker Seekers bait check, which is a 5.2 gallon bait check. So that's a big bait cooler right there, folks. So that's a big fish. So we'll stop sharing.
You showed me a picture of that when you caught it. It was a stud bullhead.
Big fish. All right, we're going to give you back solo layout because people want to see you fish. They don't want to look at me.
Well, I might have picked a bad night for it, but today, all together, today has been pretty good. Like I say, 9.5-inch bluegill, or just over 9-inch bluegill, and I got they're going here. I'll have something, and then that 9.5-inch red-eared sunfish just a little bit ago.
Nice. Nubby says, yep, they are camera shy for sure. And there's our buddy Greg Burgess. How you doing, Greg? Greg was in my stream last night too, till his wife chased him inside the house. If you guys live down south, in Louisiana, Greg's looking for people to go fishing with. Make sure you check him out here on YouTube, Greg Burgess. If you guys are listening on an audio podcast, message him. He's an older gentleman, probably looking for somebody at or near his age. But he'd love to have a fishing partner. So I want to make sure we can make that happen if at all possible. So
I thought Greg was about your age.
Closer to yours, Lyle.
Oh, really? Okay.
But that's not a bad thing. We're young at heart, aren't we, bud?
I am.
Mark Barnum says that bullhead is a meal. You ever eat bullhead, Lyle?
Yes, sir. They're good.
Oh, I don't know, man. I look at them ugly things. I can't bring myself to actually consume one, to be honest.
You get the head off of it and the skin off of it, you won't know the difference between it and the channel fish. Except it's smaller usually. Yeah, and
Matt says that he asked and he heard they taste good. Someone was telling me that he knows somebody, I think it was Ryan Bortz was telling me, I think it was Ryan, that he's got a friend down in the deep hollers that lives off of them bullheads, has them every other day. So,
oh wow,
again,
they're pretty tasty.
When you're hungry, things taste good. That's for sure.
Here comes 2 boats back in. One boat has 2 kids in it, and the other one has 2 older guys in it. One of the guys left by himself all ago and come back with a passenger, so I guess they'd left him over there this morning.
Had to go pick him up. There any islands on that water?
Not that I'm aware of.
That was always fun when we were kids over on the Tippecanoe River in Indiana. My dad would be entertaining all his friends, and Me and my buddy Rich, when we were young, we just ask him drop us off at the sandbar with our fishing gear, and we'd spend half the day out there, build a campfire, and just fish for channel cats while we're out there. It was a good time, man. Those are some fond memories, way back in the Stone Age.
Hear that?
Would you say, Lyle? I'm sorry.
I said, did you hear the thunder?
I did not.
I'm gonna stay unless we get lightning. If we get lightning, I'm gone.
I can understand. Is there a dock over your head? Because I haven't heard a ting yet.
Yeah, well, I'm not doctoring for one. But yes, there is a dock in my head.
Well, you know, Dockery, I'm sure will argue that you need to be setting a hook in order for that to happen. And
well, that's not true. I've fished with Dockery, and he'll hit a dock roof almost every time. Not every time, but nearly. I have actually had Katie send me videos where she videoed him hitting them other times, and you know, we could make like Christmas jingles out of them if we wanted to.
Hey, look at this, Lyle. We might have made a fishing connection already. Danny Stone Outdoors says, Greg, you should come up to Vicksburg next weekend and meet the crew. There you go. That's how it's done.
There you are. Yep.
If you can make it up there, Greg, the company will be a little questionable, but I guarantee you'll have a good time.
Yeah. That's a fact.
And Danny Stone says he grew up eating bullheads.
Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with him. Beat the hell out of a drum.
Oh, that was Cold Creek Billy that said that told me that, I believe. There we go. Thanks for reminding me, Billy. I'm going senile in my old age.
Do we need to visit that?
Sure, I don't care.
You're old.
Let's talk. Yeah, let's talk about that later, because later we'll have forgotten.
Oh,
about
looky here. Ain't that special? Not so much.
There's a spin. That's what a backcast looks like on a spinning reel, folks. Thank you,
That's
Lyle,
right.
for showing them what one of them looked like. I know you did that on purpose.
A 2-pound test line, throwing it that hard, that's what you get.
You got to be gentle.
Yeah, well, not that time. I hope I don't get a fish on it till I get it reeled in.
You can always
hand pull that one in a second.
I've hand lined a few channel cats many times. Danny says his mom used to pressure cook carp and make fish cakes.
Terry Conroe's wife makes some of the greatest fish patties, like salmon patties, out of carp you ever ate in your life. Man, they're awesome.
My mom used to do the same thing. Same with my grandmother.
Rosemary also would take deer meat and can it in a canner and put it in jars. And oh my God, in the mornings with biscuits and gravy, that stuff is amazing.
You know, didn't Dockery used to tell us that that's like one of his favorite things is canned deer meat?
Yeah.
With barbecue sauce, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. It goes good with biscuits and gravy, I promise.
I'd try it. So Billy says that his friend that lives down in the hollers that likes bullhead, his name was Andy Lederman. He says he loves him. Shout out to Andy Lederman. Parker says he used to do the same thing with red horse suckers and buffalo. I'd pressure cook them. But then again, Jerry will eat anything.
I'm pretty sure you are correct about that. And show you anything. There's pictures floating around of him camping at Mendota to prove that.
I heard about that. I was there. Actually, I witnessed that.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
My eyes were burning.
Yeah, that's something I'll never get out of my mind, probably.
That was definitely a fun trip, though. We had a blast.
It was a lot of fun. It always is going up there. Mendota is a very special place, very dear to me. I enjoy it so much, and Cindy and I used to go up there a lot, and we always had a great time. And Jerry the guy that lives right there in Minnesota or Wisconsin, is a super, super nice guy and a hell of a cook. Man, he has made some of the damnedest meals for us up there you ever put in your mouth.
The last time I fished with Jerry was April. Was it April or May? Maybe May. He had put some. He got a turkey. He got a spring turkey, and he waited. He said he waited a little too long to butcher it, and he was so upset. We got all the way to his house, and he kind of sampled it out of the crock pot, and he says, "Oh Lord, this is no good." So we ended up going out to eat. But he was man enough to admit it. But it was awfully kind of him to offer up some of his bounty that he harvested himself, because that's not an easy thing to do. You only share it with your friends. So I'm honored to have Jerry call me his friend.
We've had some of great fishing times up there. Really have. Met a lot of cool people. That's the first place I met Betty and Brandon. First place I think you and I ever actually met.
Yeah, I believe so.
And of course, a lot of the other guys, Rob Chance, met him up there, and Jerry Parker.
Yep. Rob got to fish in the old boat of mine. We had a good time there. I think I left my tackle. Yeah, I left my tackle bag.
Kind of miss Rob. I haven't seen much of him lately.
I think he's keeping himself. He's busy with work, and he's taken photography up as a hobby, and he takes some really, really, really nice looking wildlife pictures.
Fish
I know
on.
he's. Oh, we got a fish. It's a fishing show, folks.
Well, if we get it in, let's see.
Oh, you had him way out there, huh?
Well, there, like I say, there's a brush pile and a stick up out there. I think this is a trash fish.
A bass?
Yes. All right. Nope. Looky here. I can't go nowhere without catching channel cat.
Look at that. Little cigar. Is that a cigar one?
Whoop. He's free now.
Oh, did he go back in the water?
Yeah. Can't get away from catfish. Just can't do it. But I got him up, so I'll take him. I'll tell you what, them little guys like that, they're about 12, 13 inches long. They are so good to eat. Just take the skin off of them, cut their head and guts out of them, and fry them whole.
I've never had a whole fryer channel cat. Maybe I need to try that.
Dude, you don't know what you're missing. Do you do bluegill that way?
I've done bluegill that way, definitely. I've done crappie that way too. I've done crappie like on a half shell, where you kind of spatchcock them, you butter and well on the half shell, but I spatchcock them, which is split them right up the spine and fold them out and then throw them on the grill that way. That's been pretty good.
My mistake. I thought that's where you cut the skin off of one side and left it on the other.
No, that's where you split it in half and kind of flatten the bird out on a thing. Usually
I do know what that is, believe it.
Okay.
I was just changing you about not getting both sides of the sword.
Oh, I understand. Oh, never mind. Went right over my head. Danny Stone says whole fryers are way better. The meat on a bone has a way better flavor.
Those little guys, like that one I just caught, are so good eating, just like any other animal. You don't see people wait until a cow is 9,000 pounds before they slaughter it, or a pig weighing 1,000 pounds. They do them when they're small, just about the time they get full grown. They're young, the meat's tender. Oh, I missed one there. I don't care what it is. It tastes better when they're like that.
Hello, Miss Chrissy, which is probably why there's such a market for veal. Veal's pretty darn tasty, ain't gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Lyle, speaking of like baby pigs, I've always wanted to barbecue one of them. Did you ever hear the term racing pig?
No.
They're little piglets that you smoke whole, and you put them like in a racing position with an apple in their mouth. My wife.
Well, We did years ago. My brother-in-law JC, who's now no longer with us, done a whole hog. They put it in the ground though, and it was really good. Man, that was a long time ago. Holy crap!
It's like a Hawaiian pig for barbecue. Oh, speak of the devil, there's Lance, the Hawaiian fisherman. How you doing, Lance? Yeah, the Hawaiian pig roast where they do them. They wrap them in. I think it's banana leaves and cook them underground. Man, that is good. I had that once a long time ago.
Here's another fish.
You got one?
Yep, got it on a hand tie.
Oh, fantastic! Make sure you show
the crash fish. Bass.
Oh, you got to show it. If you guys are wondering about,
I jerked it out of my mouth, so I didn't have to put it on camera.
Lyle's cheating the audience out of joy, just out of his own need
People
of
are
soul.
on me for whatever reason. They're on me enough. I don't need any more of it. I try to be nice to everybody.
I know Lyle is pretty nice to everybody, and everybody's so mean to you, Lyle, just like you're mean to me tonight.
Really? I thought I was being very nice to you. Look.
So did you buy those 8 Stradic reels like we talked about?
I did not. No, I'm not. There is no way I'm paying that for an ultralight fishing reel. No way under hell. How many of them do you have, Mark?
I got 4 of them.
They're very nice. They are very nice reels. I would love to have one, but no.
Yes, just say yes, Lyle. Yes.
I think it would go good with my small collection because I got rid of a bunch of my reels, but they would be very nice. I miss this fish. I'm praying I don't hit the. Ooh, that's too far. That's dock roof, or I'll never hear the end of it from that damn dockery.
Cold Creek Catfish and Billy says, oh yeah, love fresh barbecue out of a pit or the ground. Bear is awesome, done that way also. Cool. I've never had bear, Lyle. Have you had bear?
I haven't either. Nope. I've had buffalo, but not bear.
I mean, same here. I've had buffalo and elk. I've never had squirrel. Never had bullhead.
You've never had squirrel?
Never had squirrel.
Wow. I thought everybody ate squirrel and rabbit. Rabbit's one of my favorite things in the world to eat. I love it.
I've had rabbit. You know, my sister-in-law had a pet rabbit that she named, what is it? Was it Sass? What's the name of that German rabbit stew? I forgot.
Hassenpfeffer.
Hassenpfeffer. That was the rabbit's name. That was kind of fun. She wouldn't let me eat it though. That's the problem.
My sister-in-law Debbie had a big wood stove furnace in her house when her and JC was together before he passed, and we would go out there and rabbit hunt. One year we killed over 600 rabbits off that place. There were just so many of them. But anyhow, we would go out there on the weekends to go rabbit hunting, and Debbie would take ones we had caught the weekend before and put them in a pot and put them on that wood stove, barbecue them, and when we come in, oh my God, some of the best eats you ever had. I promise you.
You know, I did a lot, not as much as you, but I did a lot of trap and skeet shooting in my day. And I used to love shooting traps. So I'm thinking rabbit hunting would be fun. It sounds like it'd be a good time.
You need to try sporting clay sometime. It's an amazing, but you know, I would probably still be shooting trap if it had, well, one reason I stopped was on account of shoulder surgeries. But if right now the price of everything has got so outrageous that you just can't afford to do it. You have to be independently wealthy to be able to do it. I've got company coming, looks like, which is okay if they don't mind getting wet, because that's going to happen here pretty soon.
Lance McCougai says cooking in the emu, aka underground, is the best Kahlua pig and Lao, I think that said. I don't know. That sounds good. And well, Parker Pursuit says Lyle is the bass whisperer.
Stop it. I like you, Jerry, whether you make fun of me or not.
Jerry wouldn't mess with you if he didn't like you. So
Well, I don't know. I think he messed with anybody.
Mr. Burgess says, Mark, back when I took my boys fishing when they were young, they always wanted to fry the smaller fish whole fryers. They love them. He sure misses those days. I can understand that.
Right.
Well, when we get you hooked up with some more fishermen, maybe you
Right.
can catch some more whole fryers. You can bring them home and cook them up.
Yeah, I might do that.
Josh, even though that's funny, Josh, I'm not going to read that. Oh, yeah, I'll read it. Josh says, Lyle tried eating bear once. The restaurant told him never to come back without clothes on again.
How you doing? Going to have some catfish tonight?
Yes, sir.
Biggins? Oh. I just threw back a channel cat.
Oh, did you?
Yep. Caught it on jig.
Huh. Cool.
So if we don't rain too hard, they're probably going to bite.
Oh,
The bluegill and crappie are not doing much, though.
Matt says slow cooked rabbit with cabbage is very good too. Anything,
Yeah.
I think anything with cabbage is pretty good. Danny says we put rabbit and quail on a smoker, and it was one of the best meals I've ever had.
Yep. Quail.
Rabbit, pheasant are some of my favorites. Jerry Parker says I've had plenty of pheasant. I got a buddy of mine who hunts pheasant all the time. He took me twice. We had a good time, but he doesn't care for it, so he's always dropping the pheasant breasts over here. They just breast them out. So
That's cool. We had quail. My dad was a big quail hunter, and quail they're not extinct, but there's not near as many of them as there used to be. And one of the big reasons for that is the guys that are farming these days don't leave fence rows and stuff in. They farm right up to the edge of the road, which is how they make their living. I got that. But doing that, you lose a lot of habitat for quail and rabbits and stuff like that.
And habitat's probably the most important thing. If you got a little pond or a lake that's got extraordinary fish in, like a couple little ponds here, or even Lake Mendota, which I have experience with, that just produces the best and the biggest quantity of wildlife. So Lance McCoo guy says I pronounced that all correctly. Awesome. With a name like Shibish, I better be pronouncing stuff correctly. And look, speaking of pronouncing stuff correctly, Benoit, fishing and outdoors. Hey, ladies, how you doing? There's our buddy Ernie Brown. What's going on? Ernie's been cooking some green beans out of his garden. I've been seeing pictures on Facebook. Man, I love green beans, Ernie. Those things look delicious.
They are nothing better than green beans out of a garden, freshly snapped.
Oh, yeah, good stuff.
I don't mind snapping them. I know a lot of people don't like to do. Oh man, don't like to do that, but it doesn't bother me. You can sit there and watch a YouTube video and just snap the hell out of them.
Matt's saying you got to eat the rabbit and quail hearts too, Mark. I got no problem with that. Meat is meat.
That's right.
I'm not a big fan of liver, but it doesn't gross
Yeah.
enough to worry about it.
Oh man, I got tangled up in another rod right here on the dock. What the hell? There we go. Man, it's going to be dark tonight, Mark. I didn't bring a light. I probably should have.
Well, you got what? You got 19 more minutes before 8 o'clock. And I think you got 19 minutes of light left. So anything after that's bonus.
How dark is it?
It looks great on screen. It looks no darker than when it started. Phones these days pick up light pretty good. So
they really do. I had a tablet that my daughter wasn't using. She gave me, and I used it, but it quit the other day. I don't know how old it was. Pretty old, but it still worked really good. And it had a great camera on it. It really gather up light, too.
heck yeah. Danny says that that we picked 16 quarts of blueberries last Friday. Stacia just made muffins. Blueberries are like one of my favorite things in the world, Lyle. Did you know that?
I did not know that, but I do know that I have a grandson that will sit and eat them like there's no tomorrow.
When I was a kid, we'd go blueberry picking when I was a kid. I would eat them right off the bushes until I got sick.
That's the way I eat strawberries and blackberries.
Yeah, I'm strawberries too. Sheila's a big blackberry fanatic. She loves blackberries.
The one thing about blackberries is you got to get in them briars to get them, and them suckers are always got snakes in them.
I like mulberries too. We got a lot of mulberry trees around here.
You ever ate any gooseberry?
I have. They're kind of sour, aren't they? If I remember correctly.
Yes, they are.
Yep.
They're sour, but they're good. I had a lady that used to live down the street from me when I was a kid, and she was an Indian, and she knew about gooseberries and, of course, basically anything else. And holy crap, them gooseberry pies she used to make, they was awesome.
Oh, I would try them, definitely. My grandmother used to make rhubarb pie all the time, and I never really cared for that too much, to be honest with you.
No, I don't like rhubarb either. Oh, I got one going.
Oh, we got a fish?
No, not yet. He's trying.
Oh, okay. Greg Burgess says green beans, Cajun sausage with little potatoes is killer. I agree, Greg. That sounds delicious.
Yes, sirree, buddy Bob. That's right.
You know, I got to walk.
Right there.
I got to walk it home for my grill in the backyard, Lyle. Cast iron one, and I'll make like a what I'll call Polish stir fry. I'll put like Polish sausage and green beans and corn in there and little potatoes, man, just whatever we got in the fridge or any vegetables that we got sitting out in the vegetable basket that we keep out here on the counter. Man, that's some of the best eating though. And every time it's different because I pretty much just throw in there whatever we got laying around the house. Stuff is so good.
I love stir fry, so that works for me.
You know what I like almost as much as blueberries? I like sweet corn, Lyle, this time of year. I got to go pick some up this weekend.
I was noticing, I don't mind field corn. And I noticed coming up here that some of the corn in the fields got 10, 12-inch ears on them already. So just
Mark
add
Barnes,
sugar to water when you cook them.
Yeah, you'd have to cook that down, wouldn't you?
A little bit.
Yep. Mark Barnum says when we were kids, we would sit in the mulberry trees and eat them till our fingers were purple. Us too, Mark. We had a park by the house where the Little League would have all the baseball games, and if we weren't playing, we'd be sitting up in that tree eating them berries, watching the other teams play. It was always a good time.
Do you know that if you can find a mulberry tree on the bank of a river or lake, you can, when they start dropping out of the tree, you can go down there and have your way with fish. Fish love mulberries.
They do. I've seen countless videos on that. You know, I've looked for mulberry trees on the bank of the river. I haven't come across one yet because that was one of the things I always wanted to try. I don't know what's going on here, but Josh is asking, Parker, what were those berries you're always talking about? Matt says all wild berries off the vine are delicious. You can tell it's summertime. Everybody's talking about. I'm not highlighting that one, Matt. The berm on the edge of our property is covered in wild blackberries. So delicious, Josh says. I bet.
Oh, I'm sure.
Mulberries are good too. I've had mulberries. I think it's what he was talking to Jerry about. Mulberries. They're pretty tasty.
I'm thinking he wasn't talking about that kind of berry for Jerry.
Well, no, he admitted it actually. And that other kind of berry Matt came up with, and Josh confirmed that no, that's not what he was talking about. So
them two are something else. Say the minimum.
They're always having fun, living their best lives, man.
That's right.
Plain and simple.
I've put this one out here real close into the dock to see if they're up around the dock. In the mornings, Whoa, that one's under. Damn.
Get it.
Well, it come back up in the mornings when I'm here. The only place I've been able to catch any fish is under the shade in that tree out there.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever there's shade, you can catch fish.
John Boy's catfishing says he loves dewberries. I've never heard of those. And blackberry cobbler.
I have heard of dewberries, but I'm not sure I've ever ate them.
You got a message here from Mr. Dockery. He says, Lyle, do I need to come over and show you how to fish that lake?
Dockery, you can skin it.
Doctor, I think you should meet him there because he's needing a little bit of help. I ain't gonna lie.
I'll tell you what he needs is if he comes over, he can oar me around the lake. I can't put my boat in here because it's got a bigger motor on it and there's no ramp. But they got these, like I say, they got these boats with oars in them. But I'm pretty sure my shoulder would never allow that. So James can oar me around.
As long as it's on video, make sure you get good audio of that because I think that would be super entertaining right there.
Yeah, I think so. Well, oh my God. When I'm around James, you cannot imagine some of the conversations we have.
I've witnessed some of it back in Mendota. It's very interesting to say the least.
To say the least, yeah.
Mm.
But we always seem to have a good time.
Absolutely. Bugman says, I used to know a girl named Strawberry. Does that count? Sure. Buggy, sure, man.
Oh, man.
Parker says, Dockery, you're going to have to come and coach him.
No coaching from Dockery. I'll tell you what we need, Mark, is another panfish tournament where James and I can go up there and just have fun, because the last one we did have a good time.
I know you guys were having fun. Didn't he outfish you 2-1 though?
Not quite, but he caught a lot of fish that day. Of course, I get to claim half of it in my boat.
John Boy says they just use the juice off the berries. Matt says make sure he
go ahead.
Matt says make sure that Dockery brings your umbrella for you, Lyle.
Yeah, heck yeah. I don't want to melt. I tried to shoot some video this morning, Mark, but the wind was so bad I'm not sure how it turned out. I haven't looked at it yet, so we'll see how that works.
James says, nope, you're fishing the next one on your own, Lyle.
That's fine. I know where that spot's at. There was some lightning a ways off. If it stays over there, we're good to go. If it gets too close, I'm going to be rolling them up.
This piqued my interest. Matt says wild berry lightning is so good. I mean, so I've heard. I think he's talking about moonshine. I believe you can make for like a personal stash of moonshine legally, depending on the state you're in. So
I think
time sure.
Yeah, I have used to have a neighbor growing up that used to make elderberry wine, and I mowed their yard, so he would give me a sample every now and again. It was pretty good.
My family always made wine out of everything from strawberries to plums. Whatever kind of fruit they had laying around, they were making wine out of it.
That's what the older generation did, right?
Yep, exactly. When that stuff got close to being done or AKA rotten, they would make it into liquor.
Yep, I agree. Well, here's the rain. If it don't get too bad, I'm going to hang out. If it gets raining too much, I'll have to put the phone up and shut her down.
Well, hopefully we got, like I said, anything after 8 o'clock is a bonus. So I think we can hang in there at least for another 9 minutes, Lyle.
I'm moving the phone now.
Up, I think we might have lost him. We almost made it to the end. Hopefully he'll come back. Matt's asking me, Mark, did you stomp
Still
it out
there?
with your feet? Yep, we're still here, Lyle. We got you back.
Okay, well, I moved it underneath the dock, but that didn't. As soon as I moved it underneath the dock, I lost signal. So
Metal will do that. I can hear it hitting the roof too.
absolutely, I'm not sure. Looks well. I had a crappie on this one. He was just laying there with it in his mouth.
There you go. Did you get him? We got to
Yep.
see him. Let's see
Yep.
him.
It popped off. It was again. It was on this little bug, little Miss Bacon bit bug. I just had it hanging off the side of the dock. That's how I caught that red ear a while ago. But I'm not going to do too much of anything if it's rain coming because it's supposed to steadily on.
We're gonna
You know,
we're gonna need
it for a while.
we're gonna need James Dockery to come out there and teach how to set a hook, Lyle.
I don't need James Dockery to show me how to set a hook. I was setting a hook when he was still getting yellow.
Matt's asking me, Mark, did you stomp it out with your feet? Talking about the one? No, actually, my grandfather would, and my father, because they both did it, would sand a baseball bat down, take all the finish off of it, and clean it off with some soap, and just use the baseball bat to juice all those berries.
Really?
Yep.
I like to see that.
Yeah, just pretty much like churning butter, but with a baseball bat.
You know, there's so many things like that this generation growing up now will never understand or probably ever even see. It's pretty cool stuff. Are we still there?
You were still here. I was just reading Greg Burgess's comment. He says, Mark, we are having so much rain from the storm. I saw a toad frog jumping across the yard in a life jacket. Josh says, Polish wine, first ingredient, beer. No, vodka, Josh. Vodka.
Vodka, yeah.
Vodka. Vodka, as they say. Randy, too. You got that right, Matt. It's coming down pretty good. Yep, and Ernie Brown is agreeing with you. You're right, Lyle. The old ways are about gone.
That's right. Ernie still knows a lot of them old things, though. Days of canning food and all the stuff we've been talking about. A lot of these young folks will never come up with it. Here's the
there's a fit. What is that? Is that a
red ear?
Red ear. Oh, it is red ear.
9.5 inches.
Right on. That's a nice
Pretty
one.
good fish. Gonna turn her loose.
You should hang out and get 10 more of them. You could fillet them suckers up.
Well, they're good eating, that's for sure. Hey, the rain kind of slacked up. I won't clean one fish. It don't work that way with me.
ET says rain has never hindered the bite. Yeah, fish are already wet. ET, they don't
right.
care if it rains.
That's exactly right. I don't guess you guys can see them corks or anything, can you?
We could earlier, but as soon as that wind kicked up and the rain did, it kind of messed the surface up enough to hide it. When it was smoother, you could see it, but now not so much.
Right. So I give
Greg,
away several of my corks that I had that was more visible to some kids that was fishing up here one day. They couldn't catch any fish, and I was catching some. And I put corks on their hooks out to where they had hooks that actually fit the fish's mouth, and give them what I had left of a box of worms. And when I left, they was catching fish.
Right on. I love to do that when there's kids on the shore. One story where there was this kid that was watching me catch crappie at this one spot that I catch them at every year. He was like amazed. He's like, I fish here all the time, mister. I never catch nothing. I showed him exactly what I was doing, let him catch a couple of fish. Next thing I know, he was on his rollerblades heading home to get his fishing rod. Before I left, he came back, set him up with some Bobby Garlands and some jig heads, and he was putting crappie in a bucket. Kid. All right.
Feels like it's pretty good. I don't know. Another channel cast.
Oh, I was going to say, please be a bass. Please be a bass.
Don't even say that. I don't like trash fish. This white line I'm using, I'm surprised I got that in.
Benoit Fishing Outdoors says, one of my favorite memories is snapping green beans on the porch, drinking sun tea, and churning butter in mason jars, plucking chicken feathers, roasting hogs, and canning over open fire with mama.
There you go.
Those are all great memories to me. Hey,
Perfect,
I think you should
eating fish.
Put that in your basket.
I'm going to see if these folks want it.
Okay. Josh says, those kids went back to school and told their friends, you'll never believe this. We saw Santa and he gave us fishing tackle. I agree with John Boy. It says sometimes a light rain will start them biting for sure when it comes to like panfish. I've always had luck when it's weather, just like Lyle's fishing, and 100%. Hey, Catfish Cowboy, thanks for coming in. We appreciate you.
Absolutely. We want to thank everybody that watches our show, Mark.
100%.
We have a great time with everybody coming in and being with us every Wednesday night, and it's a lot of fun for us. And we don't do it for any other reason except we want to help people catch more fish and have a good time. And that's what makes it go for us.
Here's a comment from one of the ladies over at Benoit Fishing Outdoors. It says, she's talking to Matt. She says, Matt, it sure was. Neither of us feel like we're from our own era. I can relate with that 100%.
Yeah, me too.
100%.
I tell you, I grew up in the 60s, Mark, so I seen things that a lot of people will never see, and the generation before me seen stuff that I'll never see, But I remember I was in first grade when John F. Kennedy got shot, and they thought the world was coming to an end. My mother sent my sister up to get me from school.
Wow.
And take me out of school and take me home because nobody knew what was going on at that time. But I've seen a lot of stuff like that these later generations will never see or know what's happening.
I was talking to a young man today, or no, it was yesterday, that he wasn't even born when 9/11 happened.
You're kidding.
Nope.
Wow. Well, that doesn't surprise me really. Not a charity. Yep. Fishing on credit.
What'd you have on there? Nightcrawler?
Yeah, redworm.
Redworm. Thank you, Catfish Cowboy, and welcome. He says, hit that like button, 100%.
Absolutely. It goes a long ways with the algorithms and stuff. It helps us. And besides that, it's a feel-good thing for us if you like what we're doing, because, we like what we're doing.
So Lyle, how much longer do you plan on fishing, bud?
Oh, whenever we quit here, whenever the show's done, I'll probably pack it in and drive down the road.
Matt wants to know what's your preferred worm, red worm or night crawlers?
Night crawlers. I only got red worms because that's all they had.
I think they both have their application. I like them both.
I'm not going to be here very long. Thank you.
Mark Barnum says, I was born in 56, Lyle's era.
That is. I was born in 57, so he's actually got me beat by a little bit. I didn't realize Mark's that old. I think the red worms work really well for bluegill and stuff. But if you take the night crawlers, and I use scissors anymore, I used to just pinch them off my thumbnail, but and a piece of night crawler about 1/4 inch long on a hook, a lot of times will do what you need it to do, especially if you got it on a jig hook. If you're using it to tip off something, a hand tie or a plastic or something, to get more scent out there, they work really well.
They'll eat either of those baits, to be honest. It's just what stays on a hook and how
That's
you're
exactly
rigging
right.
Yeah.
I do think the night crawlers have a little tougher skin.
Well, you know, if you're needing, all right, when I'm fishing worms, I'm either fishing them on just on a hook regularly, like ball them up on a hook, or if I'm fishing them on a jig head to where I leave a little tail hanging off the end. When it comes to like night crawlers, they seem to be able to get those off of jigs a little easier. So I kind of would rather use a red worm that way. So just personal preference.
Our good friend Dieter Melhorn and I have had go-rounds about red worms and night crawlers. Not go-rounds, you know. I mean, we've had conversations about it. And he dearly loves red worms. And at the time, I would hardly ever use a red worm. But one thing about the red worms is, depending on the kind you get and where you get it, some of them don't require refrigeration. And that is a definite advantage at times when you don't have refrigeration available to you.
Speaking of your buddy Dieter, he seconded that post nominating you for catfishing legend. So that was good to hear.
Yeah, Dieter and I go way back. I remember when Dieter Melhorn fishing wasn't a thing, it was Wily Catman was the name of the channel. And
I remember that.
Yeah, everybody won't remember that. They just think about Dieter and Dieter Melhorn fishing, but he started out as Wily Catman. And back when the Brotherhood of Catfishing website was a big deal, it had hundreds of thousands of members when it went belly up, but I was kicked off of it 3 or 4 times. But the first time I joined it, I was 600 and some members, and there was hundreds of thousands of them there when Paul sold it, and he was hard to get along with, man.
It was him, not you, right, Lyle?
Well, I don't know. He really got mad at me one time because a guy was asking me about building a fishing rod in one of the chats, and I told him, I said, just message me. And he called me up in the middle of the night, like 3 o'clock in the morning. He'd been drinking, and he said, you can't do that on my channel without my permission. And I said, well, you know what? You can shove it up your behind. And he said, well, you're banned from there for life. I said, well, I don't care. I don't need to be on there anyhow. And it was probably 2 months later, he called me up again about 1 o'clock in the morning. He'd been drinking. He said, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't really mean that. So you come back anytime you want. That went on 2 or 3 different times, and I finally said, I've had enough of you, buddy.
Back in the days when people still called each other instead of just texted.
Oh, yeah. Man, and he'd get your phone number from somebody. It didn't matter how he got it. He'd get it.
ET's asking no waxies. Yeah, I like wax worms. I don't think they're as available down by Lyle as possible, but yeah, wax worms are a great bait. I like to use them in colder weather though, but
they are good bait. And in my area, it's hit and miss on whether you can find them or not. Depends on the store. Something else that is really hard to get at bait shops for me is crickets, which crickets for bluegill and if I'm going after moon eye and stuff like that for catfish bait, crickets are a great bait. But the best place I found to get them recently has been in pet stores. They feed them there.
Yep. I don't know how they pair.
I don't know, but you used to go to any bait shop and get crickets, and the last several that I've been to said they smell and make noise, and they just don't want them in their shop. And I said, oh, okay, I can't buy them if you don't have them. But pet stores, they got them. I guess iguanas and stuff like that eat them. I don't really know.
Yeah, all the lizards and snakes, they eat them, the smaller ones. So
yeah, I ain't being around no snake. I won't even go in a pet store that's got snakes.
Matt says, I've been getting night crawlers that look like big bloodworms lately. Those are great for walleye, Matt. Trust me on that. Use half of one on a big old jig head and you'll be in business, even this time of year. Actually, this time of year for walleye, here's my tip of the night. Oh, was that a fish? There we go. My tip of the night is bobbers for walleye this time of year. They're slowing down. Everything I hear and have experienced as bobbers work awesome, whether it's with leeches, minnows, or even night crawlers. You can't go wrong with getting a slip bobber and getting that bait right in front of their faces. What you got there, Lyle?
The red ear sunfish.
Look at that. Good job, bud.
I enjoy catching those. They're a lot of fun. They fight hard too.
I wish it was a bass.
Thanks so much, but I don't trash fish. Sometimes they get on by mistake, but I don't intentionally go after bass. Now, Josh would lead you believe differently, but you can't believe everything Josh says. He's kind of like James Doctor in that aspect.
Mark Barnum says, yep, get crickets at PetSmart. And Bugman says, crickets are the #1 gill baits, bar none.
I would tend to agree with him, although I do very well with worms. But crickets, especially certain times of year, crickets are the action. And if you're going, like I say, moon eye is one of my favorite catfish baits if I'm fishing the big rivers. I don't know what it is about them. I don't know if the smell is just that much different or what, but they are a great catfish bait. And if you find them along the bank, schooled up, you can kick crickets and catch all of them you want. But I'd much rather just do it in a cast net. It's faster and easy. Of course, if you're not tournament fishing, you're not in a hurry. You know what I mean? So it wouldn't really make a difference when you're in tournaments. You're always seem to be in a hurry to get your bait so you can go scout the fish and different things. But moon eye is a great catfish bait. Mississippi River's got a lot of them. So is Missouri. You can drift fish with them, crickets for them along rock banks, especially in riprap and stuff. And man, do they fight hard. They are a lot of fun to catch. If you put a high-low rig on, a lot of times you'll catch them 2 at a time, like you do skipjack. Of course, they're both trying to go different directions, and they are a ton of fun.
Billy says, I can't get crickets, but waxies I can get. Waxies are great bait, 100%.
They are great bait.
Matt says, I think Walmart is...
Go ahead.
Matt says, I think Walmart is carrying waxies now too. Ours have been getting big supplies of them from the main worm company. Yeah, I believe DMF is selling them too. I've been seeing them at my Walmart as well, Matt. So that is confirmed.
It just depends on the Walmart. If you're around lakes and stuff, and these Walmarts are probably got some. I haven't really looked for them. So I have some that a guy sent me that are artificial waxies. and I keep forgetting to try them, but I'm really wanting to see how they do.
Hey, Danny's got a question for you, Lyle.
Oh boy.
He says, if I end up getting a pig valve, does that mean when I eat bacon, it's cannibalism?
I don't think so, Danny.
The ladies over at Benoit Fishing Outdoors says they always get crickets from pet stores.
Yeah, I think they're cheaper there also. Well,
And they also say, Lyle, we have a pet snake. He's just a pet noodle.
I don't care.
But Benoit, my cousin's husband, he has a 20-foot python that's yellow and purple. He lets the thing roam around his backyard.
Nope, not with me around.
Man,
you know
says,
what I keep in my truck, right?
What's that?
That
I know what you keep in your truck.
Yeah, it's I just don't like snakes. You didn't mind them when I was a kid. I don't know what happened. At some point in my life, I decided I didn't like them anymore. And now I don't want to land them at all. Got another little nibble going on here.
Danny says he cleaned up an old firewood pile on Saturday and got hundreds of mealworms.
They were good bait too.
Matt catches moon eye on his fly rod in the Spring River. Heck of a fight.
Oh, that'd be fun. Matt has some really cool places to fish down there where he lives. He's got a really nice lake to fish and a lot of small rivers, spring-fed rivers that are full of trout and different things. So,
ET says
Springs is not too far from you.
That sounds like a heck of a place. I've heard a lot of good things about Mammoth Springs. So
it is. It's beautiful down there.
ET says Casey's always has crawlers, redworms, and waxies. I just recently learned that. I must have been getting breakfast pizza and pepperoni pizza from Casey's forever on my way to or from the river. And then I finally, walking by the register, I saw the bait refrigerator there. So that saves me a trip now.
Yep. Casey's kind of got to where they're about everywhere now.
Yeah, it's pretty
cool. Used to sponsor some of our tournaments years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that python is pretty cool looking. Well, Lyle, you got anything else for us here or what?
I don't. I've just had a great time, everybody, being in chat tonight, and hope you all enjoyed what we're doing, and maybe you picked up a tip or two, and hopefully you'll join us back next week. Maybe we'll go fishing again. Maybe we'll just sit around and talk. We'll do something.
We'll love to have you guys next week as well. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. We appreciate you. I'm going to try and go probably live stream fishing next week sometime. If I can get out this weekend, I might be a little bit busy. I might do some bait fishing. If I can swing by a PetSmart, I'm really wanting to try those crickets to see how they perform versus my standard baits. But we'll see if we can make that happen. So I
hope you do. And please give us a report on how that works out.
If I get around to it. Right now, I meant real quick before we go, I mentioned this last night on my stream. This time of year is kind of weird for me. I can catch all the bait and all the bluegill I want, right? But the flathead are on spawn, so it doesn't do me any good. So I just fun fish this time of year.
The spawn for catfish is running later than normal. I'm not sure it's later than normal. I think it's just longer than normal because all the rain had them so messed up, and the waters, whether it be lake or rivers, it was up and down and up and down and up and down. And I think it's just been a strange year.
Every year seems to be getting weirder. Every year is different. That's all I'm going to say. So
that's right. That's exactly right. Mark, thanks so much for sitting there and going through all this with us tonight. Appreciate you doing that. And thank everybody for watching. We'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll see you, if not chat on Monday on Catfish Weekly, we'll see you on the show here next Wednesday at 7 o'clock. God bless everybody and have a great evening. Stay safe and go fishing. Bye.